Bloggo's POW.
Right, let's be having a look at 4 shoot 'em up sequels. Righty, so the first game we've got as in our sequels is Salamander II. Now, this almost came 10 years after the fact. Salamander being 1986, and I think this was 1996, maybe even 1997, I don't know. I was not paying any attention on the title screen, as per usual. What we've got here is a game that is very true to the original in a lot of ways, and sometimes that's its downfall. I will explain. Salamander was very short, I only had 6 stages. This is very short, this has also got 6 stages, alternating between upward scrolling and horizontally scrolling levels, of which we are obviously seeing a sideways scrolling level here. And look, there's some brain golems, lots of them, because they're from the first game, so you should remember them, probably. And it sort of gets in the way here. And you can't destroy it, by the way, but the reason for that will become clear. But yes, see, it's like teethy spiky things dropping out the ground and up from the ground and that, so that's a familiar sort of Salamander thing. So we're sort of playing to its fans, if you like, a bit like modern Hollywood remakes, or reboots as you will, but for video games, but in the 90s. I'm not going to get that, I don't want that. I should have more options by this point. It's right, coming up to the end of the first stage. And familiar boss music plays, and it's the brain golem again. Firing its double laser things, which is annoying. And oh, what's that? It's been munched by a great big space slug, which I now have to fight instead of the brain golem. So that's a little bit of misdirection there for you. You think you're going to fight the brain golem again, but you don't. You fight this slug. And it's not a hard boss at all. Just have to make sure the mini slugs don't get you. And just stay in the middle. Like that. And there it goes. So, time for an upward scrolling level now. Speed up in a shield, lovely. Now your ripple laser, or your ordinary laser, you can power up. If you collect 2 ripple laser power ups, you boost it, and the same with the laser. And the twin laser for that matter. But the boost is temporary, I believe. Yeah, the ripple laser's power had worn off there. And a missile, you can have double missile or single missile. The single missiles will follow the terrain more closely than the doubles. The doubles will fire in 2 directions continuously, which I suppose depends on your playstyle, what you're going to like, eh? Oh, yeah. Well, we're coming up to another boss soon, I would imagine. Here it comes. Now, if you press both buttons at the same time, you can send your options off to do that. which is cool, but it also leaves you a little bit without firepower for a while they come back. Oh, it's going to fire a big flamey thing at me. I can't remember what happens next. After I've destroyed this head, is that the end or is there another bit to do? Or I can just completely cock it up there. Oh no, that's it. Brilliant. Right, another sideways scrolling level. I think this level's one of my favourites. No, it's not my favourite one. My favourite one must be the 5th level then. Hey, this one's no bad. So, typical Salamander gooey fleshy level. I think I've got one too many speed ups. Ah shit, yeah, far too many speed ups. Now this is where the problem lies. As with Salamander, if you lose all your weapons and there's no weapons to be collected, you find yourself really messed up. Especially on these stages which fill up so quickly with enemies, there's not any chance to actually get any weapons back. Okay, so your multiples stay on the screen when you die, but if you're at the back of the screen, like is generally a good idea with these things, you won't get a chance to grab them before they disappear. Having said that, it's probably a little bit nicer than the Gradius games. Pooh. Well, okay, so there we go. Salamander II is excellent. You can play it on the Saturn and PlayStation as well as the arcade version under MAME. So, happy days. Right, so next up we have a game I'm not particularly fond of, and that may surprise you. It's R-Type 2. Sequel to, surprisingly enough, R-Type. Never saw that coming, did you? There's something about this that just rubs me the wrong way, and I can't describe why. I don't know if it's because the colour palette's duller, the level design isn't quite as intuitive. I mean, R-Type was always a case of memory more than skill for some parts of it. But the level design in this just doesn't seem to be, as I say, as intuitive. I mean, this again, I suppose, like Salamander, the first level here pays a lot of fan service to the first game. This opening level being very similar to the opening level from the original R-Type. Except with some more sand. But here, I suppose it's important in the R-Type canon, be that beam cannon, I suppose, because it laid a lot of foundations for things to come still. What is also important is the first time the beam shot you can power up twice, like, well, I cocked it up like that to do a big shot, and that stayed for the series all the way up to R-Type Final 2. So, oh poo! Yep, now I'm probably screwed. Now, interestingly enough, the Super Nintendo game Super R-Type was based on R-Type 2, and it had a an extra first level, or at least an extra level at the beginning. I also had no restart points during the levels, so each time you died you went right back to the beginning of the stage. And it was also very slow and very flickery. Did not like that version either. So here we go, a standard looking R-Type style boss thing. Very dead R-Type style first boss thing. But you see what I mean about the colour palette being very drab. It just doesn't look as pretty as R-Type or R-Type Leo after it. But then again, at that time Irem were going through a very drab phase. So, I don't know. Like I say, it just rubs me up the wrong way, this does. Just doesn't seem as interesting. What's that green one do? Let's see what the green one does, shall we? Oh, that's the new weapon, the strange reflectory laser thing. And there's a new bomb as well, which is this one. It's like oh no, that is the original bomb. The other one's like a sort of napalm, sort of ground attack only bomb. Oh, crap. Tentacly things! Oh, bit. Called bits, aren't they? Let's get low here and take out these bubbly things to come out. Oh, we've got a great big crabby thing coming up. Fantastic. Don't you just love a great big crabby thing? Ooh, shit. Run, run! Crabby thing's been dealt with. Watch out for its icebergs that it drops. To be honest, I've not played this in a long time. I'm surprised I'm doing as well as I am. As I say, because I wasn't the biggest fan of this, I didn't put a lot of time into it. So I'm sort of playing this by ear as I'm going along, so to say. You can tell by the amount of weird flukiness that's going on here. Okay, here comes the boss, and I've no idea what the pattern on this boss is at all. There's something to do with the great big throbbing penis. Look, see? Shit, see? I really don't know what I'm doing there. I never bothered learning the attack patterns, and they just didn't seem intuitive enough to bother with. And I'm not going to do very well now because these balloon things are just relentless. Oh, I'm right back to crab thing. Let's try going up here for a change. That was a really bad idea. So yes, R-Type 2, I'm disappointed with it. You may like it. It's up to you. Don't know me, tell you what to do. Right, this is the surprising sequel. Something I didn't know that existed until MAME was a thing. So this is Truxton II. The sequel nobody saw coming. And if you play Truxton, aka Tatsujin, on the Mega Drive or the PC Engine or indeed the arcade, you'll know what's going on here. And this is more of the same. But it's a really good more of the same. See, it's still got the homing lightning weapon, which to be honest is massively overpowered in this game. But great for it. And this is brilliant. This is really, really good. But you know what? I didn't check, but I think this might have come out on something like the FM Towns, but that was it, I think. One thing I will say is the levels are incredibly long on this. Really, really long. Oh, bombs! Oh, use the bombs! Have a bomb! Excellent. Skull bombs are always the best. That music's a bit odd though, slightly off-putting. It sounds like it should be, I don't know, the theme tune to some happy, family-friendly sitcom or something. It's just a little bit jarring. Not quite as good as Toaplan's other shoot-'em-up soundtracks, but yeah, who am I to argue? Now you've got me questioning whether this was actually Toaplan or not, or somebody else doing it. Because this is 1992, so this is quite late to the shoot-'em-up party. Not as late as Salamander II, but still. Oh, that was close. That thing dead yet? No. Oh, now it is. Excellent. No, I'm not going to pick that power up. I'm going to wait for it to turn blue. I'm going to pick it up then to power up my super homing lightning gun. So this is a sequel done right, well, in my opinion. It plays enough like the original to be recognisable as the sequel, and sort of does that, and it seems to be a natural progression of it in terms of technicality and game design. You don't have to collect 5 power-up icons in a row to get a red power-up icon to actually power your weapons, which is something that really annoyed me in the original. You don't have to do that now. So that means you can pick up your weapons a lot faster, which is good. And you've still got the skull bombs. And so far you don't have so much crap coming from behind, which is something that bugged me in the original. Got an extra life, that's nice. Let's try one of the weapons. Go on. What's the worst that can happen? Whoa! Okay. A spread gun, which appears to be about as weak as a pig. No, it's doing its job though. Oh, there's some things coming in from behind now, so that shot my theory about that down. There's a nice detail to the sprites as well, which is commendable for a game released in the early 90s, because everything in the, and their mum was purportedly seemed to be going for pre-rendered sprites at that point. I mean, Salamander guilty of that. Don't know if you noticed, but there were pre-rendered sprites in this. But this is beautiful, proper hand-drawn sprites, and it's a lot better for it, if you ask me. Let's try the red power up this time. Whoa! Multi-directional rocket things. That's interesting. Boss coming, for sure. Right, it's going to field the wrath of my smart bombs. Whoa, it's going to send loads of missiles after me. Ooh, crap. Oh no! Ah, what? Ah, that's proper Billy bullshit, that is. It was dead! It was dead, Jim! Let's have these rockety things again. See if we can do this boss this time. Ah, poo! Oh, poo! Oh, no. There we go. Game over. Yeah, Truxton II is excellent. I recommend you play it. It's very, very good indeed. No reservations at all. Right, lastly, we have Thundercross II. And this is the complete opposite to Salamander II. A sequel which just made no effort whatsoever. I'm quite a big fan of the original Thundercross for all its flaws. This is just mediocre. First off, the graphics for a later game don't look quite as nice. The design of the ships and that are a little bit generic. I mean, that's the same. The weapon system is the same, so you've got up to 4 options where you can spread them out. But look at the scarcity of stuff on the screen. I mean, obviously it's going to get more as the game goes along, but those are really, really boring generic attack patterns. I mean, even that, the Vulcan weapon there, in the original game, was fast and powerful, unless it's slow and stodgy. It's just got no power to it. Right, another option. And that thing here, this thing always sticks in my mind when I think about this game. That just looks weird. The perspective looks really strange on that. Right, that's the super special weapon. I don't want to get that quite yet. Unless I can help. Oh, it's changed. Okay, we're going to have some lasers, I suppose, then. Twin lasers at that. Right, that's the super special weapon. The problem with this is it takes up all 4 of your options. But you can do stuff like that. It's not over. It's not over. Right, now we're out of power for that. That's fine. Oh, that was close. I mean, the core gameplay of Thundercross is there. It's about positioning your options in the right place to hit stuff. But it's just so dull. Why aren't you dead? Thank you. It just looks really, really meh for a sequel. I mean, okay, I just had to go about R-Type 2 looking bland, but at least the design was there. Yeah. We're just going to waste these. I mean, the background to this doesn't look like an arcade game. It does look a bit like something like XDR on the Mega Drive. Not good. I mean, it's animated now. It just looks under-designed almost. Shit. Well, it's all over now. One thing about this game, like a lot of shoot 'em ups, this time you really boned. It doesn't give you anything to go on at all from here on in. Nothing at all. And this thing's a huge bullet sponge as well. See? No, I don't have the patience for that game at all. I do for the original, just not for the sequel. No, no, no. So there was 4 sequels to well-known shoot 'em ups. What did you think of them? Comment below and let me know. Otherwise, please keep watching, please subscribing, and ring that bell thing, I suppose.
Yeah, subscribe or naff off.